What we're gonna do is we're gonna put together a margarita pizza. You guys, you can refer to it as just a regular basic cheese pizza, a little bit of tomatoes, and some fresh basil. This pizza I make all the time with my own grandson. He just thinks he's better at it than I am, but I'm gonna try my best to try to get it so you guys can put this together. You can do it with your mom, do it with your dad. It's a great family event. When you get the kit, you get all your ingredients in here already portioned up. You don't have to measure. All you're doing is building. So to do your dough, the first thing you have to do is flour. Don't be afraid. Just throw it down a little bit. You can move it around with your hands because you want a little bit on your hands, okay? Very important too, when you get this, when you take it out of the refrigerator, let it rest for about 20 to 30 minutes before you start, because you want this dough to soften up like the way it is now. It's a little easier for you to stretch, okay? So I'm gonna make it real easy. A little bit of flour. Got a rolling pin. Don't be in a hurry. And the good thing is you can make it as thick or as thin as you want. Your next step, next ingredient is your pizza sauce. Marinara. The secret is good dry oregano. A good amount of it in with your tomato sauce. Okay? You can use a spoon. Just use the back of the spoon and spread it. See, my grandson, he likes a lot of sauce. Grandpa, I don't like too much. We're gonna put tomatoes on top. Okay, spread it out like that. Next, your mozzarella cheese. It's grated mozzarella. It is whole milk, low moisture. It melts better. Okay, so we put a little bit. You don't have to put too much cheese on here. That cheese is gonna melt. The next step, of course, more cheese. And this is our fresh mozzarella, buffalo mozzarella, fresh mozzarella diced. Just about 2 ounces, just to melt it on there. That's what makes it the margarita. Next step, your tomatoes. You can use baby San Marzano, you can use grape tomatoes, you can use cherry tomatoes. I like to use the smaller tomatoes so you don't get too much water when it bakes. If you use like a Roma, a sliced Roma, a lot of water leaches out. Makes your pizza a little soggy. And I'm spreading them. You can just throw them on there anywhere. I'm just spreading them out. And then, of course, you know, being a chef, you always have to put a little salt and pepper. And I even gave you that so you can put season your pizza. We're ready to put this in the oven, okay? I have a pizza deck oven, 550 degrees. It'll take about 8 minutes. What you want to do is get mom or dad right now, get your oven preheated to 500, 525. And again, when you're gonna put it in the oven, now you can build it right on your stone. For me, I do a little bit of flour on the peel. See that slide right on there? If you don't have a pizza stone, you can bake it on a cookie sheet. And if you leave a little bit of space around the outside, you can even cook it right on the middle rack in your oven. But I always have a pan underneath. So the cheese, when that cheese bubbles up and comes down, you'll catch it on that pan, and your mom doesn't have to clean the oven when you're done. Okay, so we go into the oven. We'll let that bake. You can customize it the way you want. If you don't want the basil, you don't have to put the basil. If you want just a cheese pizza, you can just do the cheese. Some people prefer not even to use the sauce on it. But by doing the package the way we have, you have the option. You can put the sauce, you can put the tomatoes on top. Like my grandson, we always argue about the tomatoes on top. He likes the sauce. This is where we make the pizza. This is where you do the dance while you're waiting on your pizza. Now this is another important step. A lot of people don't realize this. When you take this pizza out of the oven, just let it sit, let it rest for about 4 or 5 minutes. Why, you ask? Because right now that cheese is piping hot. You start cutting that cheese is gonna go everywhere. Let it rest for a few minutes, then we'll cut it, the cheese stays on it. Also, if you put your basil on right now, it's just gonna discolor it. You won't lose any flavor. So we'll wait a few minutes, we'll drop our basil on there, we'll cut it into the box, and you can enjoy it. Then get mom to clean up. That's what I do. That's the beauty of the handmade pizza, is it doesn't have to be the perfect oval. It doesn't have to be the perfect round. Truth be told, when pizzas first started, they were oval shaped. And there was only 4 types, but we're not going to get into that. You guys aren't ready for that yet. Okay, so we let it rest a little bit. Put our basil. Look at that color. All right, it's ready to cut. Listen to that crunch. The perfect crust. Look at that pizza. Huh? Ready to go in the box. So you can set that on the table, everybody sit around. That's how you make a pizza.